Welcome back to Middle Earth. I'm your friendly neighborhood airborne dwarf, Z-Man. In the last video, we finally went ahead and got ourselves some stylish dwarven armor. Finally, we actually figured out how to make ourselves some proper armor. We even figured out how all the smithing mechanics work. Wow, turns out, if you know what you're doing, you actually get progress done. Who would have thought? But it is a dreary, rainy day here in Middle Earth. It's quite unfortunate, but I'm not going to let this rain dampen our parade. So, for today's video, I actually wanted to do a lot more resource gathering so that we could actually progress towards getting some better armor. So if we go ahead and take a look in EMI here, taking a look at some of the actual better armors for the first tiers, or more the basic light armors, I should say, or even in medium even. We have the mail armor here. We can go as far as to make ourselves some better armor, even up to some of this gate warden armor, which I think is actually the best armor we can actually get here. And in fact, it is. So if we go ahead and just even take a look at what it takes to even make one of these things, you know, it only takes 2 bronze plates, 2 bronze ingots in this airborne plate helmet. Yeah, well, the only way that we can do that is using a helmet plate with Khazad steel. 4 of these armor plates of Khazad steel as well. But it's not that hard to make, right? Well, we need to make some rods and bash them down into some plates. And then the actual helmet plate itself, we do need a large rod for that, and in order to make one of those, we need a lot of resources. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're actually going to be heading down into the mines once again, because I really want to get some of this better armor. So it's technically going to be kind of like another part 2 to the previous episode here, but the difference here is that we're actually somewhat prepared to go down into the caverns here. Let me tell you right now, I am so glad that we actually made this armor last time. Granted, it didn't do a whole lot difference-wise. We still struggled a slight bit, but overall, it is still very worth it to have. And it's only going to get better once we get some better armors as well. So I'm going to go ahead, cook up some food really quick, and then I'll see you guys back down in the mines. Now, to be fair, there is actually a very good reason why we are going down into the mines, because I do not have a whole lot of coal left. We have whatever's left in these furnaces here. Up top, we do not have anything. I actually used a little bit of off-camera work to make ourselves a couple armor plates here so that we could make ourselves potentially a gate warden helmet. But yeah, I realized that we need some Khazad steel. So we're going to need iron, we're going to need coal, we're going to need all of the resources. It's probably for the best that we go down into the mines, try to get ourselves some more iron and other useful things. All right, last bit of food there. Let's head on down into the mines. I'm actually really dumb. We need to make ourselves an iron pickaxe. I'm sorry, we need to make ourselves a bronze pickaxe. I didn't even think of bringing the pickaxe. Why did I not bring a pickaxe? It's kind of fundamental to have a pickaxe if you're going to go mining. I did not bring one, so we had to run back and get one really quick. Good thing I didn't go all the way down there before double checking to verify that we had it. That would have been really dumb. I'm also going to learn my lesson and bring a second backup pickaxe as well, because that was a terrible time trying to find my way out of the caves without a pickaxe. Let me just say, it was a bad time. But I guess since we're here, we're just going to go ahead and sleep really quick before heading down into the caves. All right, well, sleeping did not make the rain go away. I was kind of hoping it would, but I guess it just is what it is. So one of the main things I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for is coal. Coal is one of those things that I'm now realizing we're going to be running through a ton of it. So any coal that we come across, we are definitely 100% going to be mining it up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, geez, we're already getting some friends. That's absolutely lovely for us. Oh, I need my torch. How am I going to get over there without getting shot is the real question. You want a piece of this? Ooh, why are you hurt? Why are you hurting? Why did you manage to smack me through my shield? I don't like that. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't do that. And these guys over here are just gonna keep trying to get at me with their bows and stuff. Hopefully, we can just dig into the side here and get what we need to get. Yeah, these goblins are definitely going to be a bit of a problem for us. But hopefully, we can just, for the most part, get whatever resources that we can or that are needed and just get out of here so we can get ourselves up to some better armor right away. Ideally, what I have planned for today's video is to do some resource gathering, hopefully get some better armor, and then we're actually going to do some base expansions, because I definitely think getting some crops and stuff going would be very ideal. Have another source of food aside from just running around outside murdering everything. Oh, hi there. Are you trying to come get me? But you can't because all you got is a stupid little dagger? Yeah, I'm just going to stay up here. It's probably... Oh, now you brought a friend. I don't like that you brought a friend. Your friend looks a little bit tougher than you. Never mind. Never mind. You both were really weak. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take the free stuff. So one of the potential ideas I did have for today's video as well was potentially enchanting. But unfortunately for right now, there is no specialized enchantment system built in yet. I've heard that there are plans for incorporating a fully customized enchanting experience in this mod, which honestly I'm quite excited for. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do in regards to, you know, the current enchantments that are here and what they're potentially going to be adding. But regardless, it's going to be something that I will be very much looking forward to in the next coming updates. I don't know if there will be anything in this upcoming update, but one could be hopeful for it. So our one stone pickaxe broke actually while I was down here, so I decided to actually come back up, unload some of the things we got, and I made myself a few more pickaxes so we can at least spend a little more time down here doing some resource gathering. And I'm actually going to be picking up some of this copper as well, because it's obviously a main component in making bronze, and bronze is still something we kind of need at this point in time, so I think it will probably be in our best interest to make sure that we get at least a decent amount of copper. Oh boy, we've got a bit of company over here. This shield is a lifesaver. Holy crap. I am so glad we made this shield. Ooh, wait a second. What block is this? Wait, what is it? Dolomite? Huh. It must be in some sort of new cave biome. Ah, there we go. We just had to take a couple steps forward. A gilded cave. I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to find. This dolomite's actually kind of a nice block. We might take some of this home with us to potentially do another build with. So a lot of the mining that I have been doing lately has been just up around this way here. But now I'm actually kind of needing some actual iron here. We got a few stacks of coal, plus I had some back at the base now once I dropped a couple stacks off too, so I feel like we'll be okay on coal for now. But now the fun part comes of trying to potentially get ourselves some iron, and this is actually not the first time that I've seen these I think these are glowworm, right? Glowworm webbing. Okay, so yes, I was right. And then we even have some really interesting mushrooms. We have ghost shrooms, and what is this? Sky Firecap Tiller. Ooh, these work exactly like the wildflowers that and the cherry petals things. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Finding new things in this mod always gets me really excited, just because I'm curious about what all of this is. I'm also not sure what this stuff is on top of the stone here, but we don't need it. We're gonna try to go down a little bit deeper now, and hopefully we can get ourselves a good decent amount of iron. Ooh, there's some zinc in here. We're definitely going to need some zinc for making Khazad steel, and I'm potentially even thinking of making some Khazad steel tools as well. So we're definitely going to be snagging this up. Also, I've already gone through 3 pickaxes of mining stuff. Holy crap. Time flies when you're having fun, am I right? Ooh, this cave opens up real nice. Hoping we can get down to the level where iron starts spawning. But we're definitely going to start running into a few goblins too. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a very dangerous trek, but it's one that's necessary. I think we dug down directly next to some iron, so that's actually really good for us. Oh wait, that's tin. Damn it. I was really hoping that was gonna be iron. Ah, there's some iron down there. And some iron right there. Guys, I am so on edge right now. I just want some iron, man. Can you guys just leave me be? I don't have any arrows. It's not looking very good for me. Oh no, no! What the heck? Oh, that really sucks. Oh, that really sucks, man. I kind of vaguely know the way back down. Oh, I feel like I'm just gonna go into a freaking death loop. I have so much stuff down there that I literally cannot not go back for it. Oh, that really sucks. Son of a gun, I'm already being chased. This was not part of the plan at all. Please, sir, can you just leave me alone? I kind of vaguely know the way I took to get back down, so I'm hoping not too much will go wrong. Holy crap. Holy crap. Give me my stuff back, please, and thank you. How is there nobody around right now? I feel like I'm in so much danger. What broke? Something broke. I heard something break, but all my armor's here. All my stuff is here. How are there no goblins? That's what I'm mostly concerned about, because there's a bunch of iron sitting around here. You know what? I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to get my stuff. I'm just going to get whatever iron I can get. There's a whole bunch sitting around in this general vicinity. I'm just grabbing it up. I'm grabbing it up, and then we're actually going to get out of here. I feel like this will be a decent amount for us to actually make some actual progress. Oh, thank God for this shield. This shield is my saving grace. Well, except for that one time that, you know, I died. Didn't help me then, but it's fine. We got our stuff back. We're getting a whole bunch of iron. I can't complain too much. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that breaking sound that I heard was the goblins actually disabling my shield temporarily, which is what actually made me, you know, die. So that wasn't fun. Didn't know they could do that. That's kind of a problem. How much iron are we at? We're at 25. Oh, I feel like we should take what we have and just get out of here at this point. I don't want to end up dying again. That would just be very bad. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness, I need to heal so bad. I need to heal so bad. How many of you are there? Ah! Oh, gotcha. No, I didn't. Or are there more of you just spawning? I think there's just more of you spawning. I literally just came down here, and I'm already forgetting where the heck the way out is. This is very not good for me, actually. You know, I do have the pickaxe durability for it. I might just dig up, potentially. We found a little bit more iron, so I'm going to take it. There's even more over here. Crap, I'm getting greedy. I'm literally the embodiment of a dwarf. I'm digging too greedily and too deep, and it's not going well. I mean, it is going very well. We're finding a lot of really good and vital resources, but at the same time, we already died once. I don't want to risk dying again, but I'm taking the risk anyways. I really need to get back up to the surface like ASAP, and using up all my pickaxe durability like this is definitely not ideal. Yeah, I can't risk this anymore. I'm just gonna go up as far as I can and just dig my way out. There's absolutely no way that I just dug back into where I actually traveled through already. That is absolutely wild. I am, for the most part, near the surface now, so there shouldn't be nearly as many goblins or anything like that. So I'm going to take advantage of getting this last bit of coal, but then we're 100% getting out of here. I need to get back and make myself some much needed armor. And after spending all that time down there, it is still raining. You've got to be absolutely kidding me at this point. You know, I wish Gandalf was here so I could complain about this deluge to him. Comment down below. If you know, you know. Alright, so now that we're back home, I'm going to show you everything that we were able to get. Our grubby, greedy little hands on here. So all this stuff sitting right here, that's all the stuff that I mentioned earlier when I had originally went down to mine. And before I came back up and made all the extra pickaxes and everything. And then everything else that we have here was from this most recent excursion. And I will say, I'm quite happy with this outcome. There's a lot of stuff here that we can 100% utilize to our advantage. So one of the first things I'm going to do is smelt down all of this raw lead here, because it's kind of necessary for us to make Khazad steel. Also going to try to not use up a bunch of my coal. Yeah, actually, hold on a second. I'm going to use some of this iron here to make myself a blast furnace so that we can actually smelt some of this stuff a little bit faster too. So if we use up 10 of that, we still have 46 spare iron to go, which will leave us with 46 iron that we can use for making Khazad steel. Now, if you guys remember, we need the Khazad. We need 2 iron ingots, 1 piece of lead, and 1 piece of coal. And obviously, these forges eat up so much resources. So we're definitely going to need, probably go through a lot of this coal that we already have here. It's kind of crazy, actually, how much coal these things actually eat. But in a sense, it makes sense. And a last piece of smooth stone. Get ourselves 2 blast furnaces. Now we can actually take these out and throw these in. Now we can actually smelt this stuff down so much faster. So excited. So excited to actually have a plethora of resources to utilize in making some better armor and tools. We're definitely going to focus on the tools, because these bronze pickaxes, while they are handy in the beginning, they're not going to suffice in the long run. We got a little bit of iron here, so I'm going to take advantage of this right quick. Get our first bits of Khazad steel going. It's going to be a great time. I cannot wait to actually make some of this gate warden armor. You know, I probably should even potentially take a look at what it takes to make Khazad steel pickaxe. I mean, just 2 sticks and a pickaxe head. That's not bad at all. But we do need a large rod to make the pickaxe head. And we do have the means of doing so right here. So, first bit of Khazad steel, we're making ourselves a Khazad pickaxe. Yeah, we're already... I mean, granted, we don't have too much more to smelt up here, but it's kind of crazy how much coal that these forges actually eat up. Might not even be a terrible idea to potentially get some lava at some point. See if we can use lava in these. That would be actually really great for us if we could do that. In order to make the helmet, we do need a large rod for that. And then to make some armor plates, before we continue, let's actually look up the Erebor armor that we're going to need. So in order to make the chest plate here, it's gonna cost us decent amount of stuff here. So Erebor plate, chest plate, we're actually gonna need 3 plates and 4 scale mail. Now, how do we make scale mail? We need scales and mail rings. So that's actually not too bad, but we do have to make it out of Khazad steel. Now, in order to make the mail rings, we do need to make some nuggets. So I will just make a few nuggets here really quick. I'm just going to spend some time here, you know, doing the things I need to do to make myself a pickaxe and get all the components for making armor. So I'll see you guys when we actually have everything crafted and made. Now, I guess one thing that I probably should show you guys really quick, in case anybody is curious on how we're supposed to make scales. We need a total of 7 nuggets. That's actually really expensive, but hey, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do to make this armor. Am I right? Okay, I am sweating from how long I've been standing near these forges. We finally have everything that we need to make the full set of Erebor Gate Warden armor. Now, holy crap, I thought I was not going to actually have enough materials to make everything, but we actually had even more. We still have a tiny surplus of items that we can use to make more Khazad steel stuff, but I'm just focused on getting this stuff crafted up. Now, I'm actually just going to go ahead and move the artisan table upstairs here because it makes a little more sense to, you know, keep everything that requires smithing and all that kind of stuff to be nearby. So let's go ahead and start with the helmet. We need this Erebor plate helmet, 2 bronze armor plates, and then 2 bronze ingots, and then we get the Gate Warden helmet. And then to make the chest plate, very similar, we need the Erebor plate chest plate. We need 2 ingots, 2 plates, 2 pieces of fabric, and 1 blue dye, and we get the chest plate. Same old situation for the leggings. 2 plates, the Erebor scale leggings, and 4 pieces of fabric. What? Oh, I'm dumb. I actually almost forgot this this last part. Uh-oh. I really hope I didn't waste all the resources that I'm going to need. Give me one moment, guys. Holy crap. I was actually so close to not being able to actually finish the armor. I would have to go back down to the mines and get more. I would have eventually made the armor, but I really did not feel like going back down into the caves to get stuff without having some proper armor on us this time around. But holy crap. I just need to make the couple plates here and then we will be all set to go. And I've actually learned a little sneaky little trick when it comes to actually heating up these components when you need to heat them up again. So as long as you get one of these going, if you throw in even one, if you throw the initial one in that starts heating up, but then at the very last second throw in other components, these all get to the actual malleable point that you need in order to craft stuff. So if you didn't know that about smithing, there you go. All right, now that we actually have all the components, we can now go ahead. Well, can't do it in the crafting table. We need to do it in the artisan table. Duh. Come on, Zman, you know better. Throw these bits in here. The Erebor plate leggings. There we go. Now we can go ahead and make the Erebor Gate Warden leggings. Not Ravenhill. We need Erebor. And finally, for the boots, probably the easiest part of this set. It's just 4 armor plates to get the boots that we need. And there we go. We now have a full set of Gate Warden armor. Let's throw it on and see how we look. We are looking absolutely built different. We are a freaking tank now. Now, because I did also have a little bit of extra resources somehow, some way, we almost didn't, like I said, but I actually went ahead and provisioned out more things to make. So I actually wanted to make a heavy shield to give us a little bit more protection. And if I remember how to do this recipe correctly, we just need 4 Khazad steel ingots, 1 shield plate, 2 pieces of gold, and 2 planks of any kind. And then we can do either Erebor or Ravenhill for an ornamented tower shield. And we're going with Erebor, obviously. Let's see how this looks. That's looking absolutely beautiful. It's great. I'm absolutely in love with this armor class, but there's still more things we need to make, and that is tools. So I actually went ahead and made 3 pickaxe heads so that I could get the most out of my mining. I'm very curious to see how quickly we are going to be able to mine stuff now. But we also do have, can't forget the, oh, I'm dumb. It's under weapons because technically an axe is a weapon. Should have known better. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to do the Erebor axe. It just looks so much cooler. I mean, they do the same exact actually. We're just going to keep it as just a Khazad steel axe here, so we know that it's not a weapon. It's actually a tool. Now, the last thing I wanted to make is a Erebor bow. Now, obviously, we can do like the regular bow. We also have the Rohirric, Lorien, Gondorian. We do have this Dalish longbow, but I didn't look up any longbow recipes. I wanted just a simple bow. Now, I don't know how much damage it's gonna do compared to the Dalish longbow, but we have a lot of testing to do. And now that we are fully decked out, there is absolutely nothing that can take us down. Watch, I say that now, and something horrible is gonna happen. Also, just want to point out, these Dwarven smithing hammers also required Khazad steel, so I did make those to, you know, not have to go through a ton of copper smithing hammers. So this will certainly work out in our favor. I also managed to get some feathers as well, because I wanted to make some more arrows. I knew we had flint, so we're gonna make ourselves some arrows really quick. All right, and now that we're actually fully decked out now, I'm so excited to see how well we're gonna do down in the caves. I feel like we will be just fine. I truly don't think there's anything I'm gonna have to worry about when it comes to having this heavy armor. The heavy armor is like the best tier of armor that you can have in this game. I want to see how much this guy's gonna do to us. He only did about a half heart to us. Yeah, he didn't do, honestly, all that much. Well, as compared to what we would have had originally on just the chainmail armor, we would have been dead by the time those guys ended up hitting us. I'm kind of curious to see how much durability these things have as well. I'm going to try to turn on some tooltips here so I can see the durability. It's only 568 for the leggings. I think it's 700 durability for the chest plate and 481 for the helmet. That's actually very interesting. You know, for some heavy armor, I would have thought maybe just potentially there would have been a lot more durability, especially the amount of resources that we put into this armor. But that very well could change come within whenever enchanting eventually is added in. So let's go down into the caves. I'm very curious to see how well this Khazad steel pickaxe is going to do in the very depths of the mountain here. Let's go ahead and see. This seems to mine deep slate ores with relative ease. Mining everything else seems pretty standard too. Like I said, the main test here is how fast are we going to be able to dig in the lower deeps of the mountain. And you know what? We're just going to go out here and face these guys. Obviously, they're still going to do a decent bit of damage. We are, if you guys remember, we are playing on hard mode. So, you know, they will be hitting a little bit harder than in normal difficulty or something like that. But yeah, this whole area, I've not really explored all that much. We do have a couple goblin friends. I also want to see what the durability is for this. 625 durability for our shield here. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to hop down here. Oh. Oh. We're actually taking a decent bit of damage. Oh. That was scary. So obviously, in big groups, they're still quite dangerous, especially with bows. But it did not help that we were also poisoned by that spider. That was a little bit nerve-wracking, I won't lie. Alrighty then. That was a bit exhilarating, I would say. I probably should have tried to test the bow as well. Let's see if we can find a little goblin or something around here to test on. And while we are down here, I might as well get some resources too. It seems like such a waste. But oh yeah, it's like we're mining stone with a stone pickaxe. That's how easy this is mining. I love that actually. Now there's also this stuff here, cobbled medgun. Medgon? I don't know how that's actually pronounced. Maybe somebody will correct me in the comments. But we wouldn't have been able to mine that with a bronze pickaxe before. So obviously, Khazad steel is pretty freaking good. Oh, hi there. Wait, what? Oh, he's up there. So obviously the Erebor bow shoots very similar to a regular Minecraft bow. Who would have guessed? Obviously, I think the Dalish longbow is going to be the superior bow to use. Yeah, we would have been so screwed with our light armor originally. This Erebor armor, so much better. This was 100% worth all the effort that went into actually making this armor. There's also a little bit of gold here. I'm going to mine this up because I actually want to make a better sword than this. There is a Erebor longsword that we're able to make, but I unfortunately did not have the gold to make it initially. So here we are down here getting some gold so we could actually make that better sword. I think it does like 9 attack damage where this only does 7. So it's going to be a whole lot better. Bobbing and weaving. Ooh, there's some obsidian down here. Now, oh, you got a skeleton skull off that guy. Nice. Now, one of the things I was actually very curious about when it came to this mod was if the nether was still a thing. Now, what I'm finding very interesting is, are we going to be able to mine? Okay, yes, we are. We are able to mine it. Yes, we can make a crafting table, or not a crafting table, an enchantment table, but diamonds do not spawn in Middle Earth. So if we wanted to make an enchantment table, we would have to go back into the overworld, get the diamonds, and then we'd be able to start enchanting some things. Which, let me know in the comments right now, actually. Do you want me to go ahead and make an enchantment table at some point here relatively soon? Or, oh, hi there. You're interrupting my question for everybody. That was very rude. Anyways, if you guys, now you, man, so inconsiderate. I'm trying to ask people questions. Do you want me to wait until we get the new enchantment system that this mod will eventually have, or do we just go ahead and get regular vanilla enchantments now? So let me know. Maybe that's something we will explore in the next episode. I've been down here just gathering a little bit of resources here and there, but I've mostly been exploring like the deepest parts of the mountain here. And I'm not really noticing anything out of the ordinary. Obviously, it's just a lot of dark rocks and everything like that, but no special structures or anything. I was kind of curious to see if there would be any potential underground structures, but it really does not look like it, which I think is kind of a missed opportunity. They definitely could have incorporated like some ruins of some kind in here so that, you know, we could explore a little more exploration, or even, I guess what I should be saying is the enticement for a little more exploration. I mean, granted, this is also just a very small section of the mountain here. This mountain is absolutely massive, so I could very well just be missing wherever these structures could be. But I think we're just going to go back up to the surface, and anything that we find along the way, like iron, gold, I'm just going to grab it up really quick. So funnily enough, well, aside from that noise that I just made because this guy scared the ever-living crap out of me, I could not find my way out from how deep down I was. I definitely need to go back through with some torches and mark my paths so that I know where to travel, because I'm tired of getting lost, man. I really do just need to light that place up some more. Jesus Louise, I always seem to think that maybe, just maybe, I can get my recordings under a half hour, but it just does not want to happen. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go ahead and end things off here for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on this video. Check out all the links below for all of my social medias. Consider joining my community Discord as well. I'd love to chat with you guys in there. And if you guys are also interested in checking out this mod after watching 4 episodes now and you haven't done so yet, it's linked in the description below. And yeah, if you want to see more Middle Earth content just like this, consider subscribing as well. Join the Z fam today. And I also want to say a huge shout out and thank you to all my channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. And if you want to be absolutely amazing, just like them, consider becoming a channel member today. Never required, but always greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.